So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Venus in the ninth house as your Atmakaraka, as in what happens when Venus controls the highest degree in your particular birth chart and sits in the ninth house, known as the Atmakaraka. And if you want to know if Venus is your Atmakaraka or not, you can go to Astrology.com under shop section where you'll find on option 6 my report along with all the other options beyond number 6. Okay. So, Venus is in the ninth house as your Atmakaraka. And remember, Atmakaraka is here to teach you a lesson. You're here to burn that karma of that Atmakaraka. That's why it is the Chara Atmakaraka. Because real Atmakaraka, the soul significator, is the sun. Right? But then certain planets become a temporary soul significator in your chart based on that degree. Now, sun can also be that. And I've already made a video on those as well. But here you have to learn the lessons of Venus in the ninth house. The very first thing that we see, that this person benefits from the father. Okay, whenever father will, you will see whenever father will put money into this person's work or business, advises or gives this person advice, they benefit greatly. But here's the crux of it. This person, if they were to give advice, okay, or take advice from the father, okay, those advices backfire. For example, if you told your father about investing his money into something, and if he does it and he loses money, he will always blame you for it. And this is why you will see, like, most of the advice that you give, okay, to the father, they backfire. Or they bring you blames. The thing is, it's supposed to bring you blames. Then, what advice the father gives may also not work for you. Okay, now father could be an excellent well-wisher. Okay, this is why certain positions, like when a parent is giving their child, advice, oh, you should become a doctor or IS officer, and you need to go into engineering school. They don't realize that's like the worst option for the child, and you force the child into attaining that education, and they're miserable and they have to pretty much change their career. They do something completely different than what they got their education. And now it was destined because in their chart, the relationship between Saturn, Venus, and Mercury was in such a place that a person will not be benefiting from their education because there are those placements. So yeah, fathers just played a role. Parents just played a role in that. Venus in the ninth house will also show that this person is here to learn lessons so they can pass on those lessons as a teacher. Teacher, consultant, counselor, advisor, but most importantly, a strategist. Venus in the ninth house is a strategist. Somebody who helps you strategize. See, I can teach you. For example, I'll teach you how to look at a birth chart. I'll teach you how to study the dasha. Okay, you have to do this, then this. Now, the strategist is somebody who goes a little bit beyond that. They said, okay, you have this person's chart. Now look at this. You have to do this first and this first and that first. So I taught you something and I sent you on your way. A strategist will be, let me show you tips and tricks to how to look at this thing. And they will sit with you and they say, this is how you will do this. Or, for example, I showed you, this is how money is made in the stock market, go. But the strategist actually shows you the ropes that, hey, this is exactly what you need to do. This is where you need to put the money in because this is where this thing happening because they're going private. They're going into your own private world. A teacher is not going to be a professor doesn't go into the world of each student, okay, even though they should. But a strategist will sit with you and they'll be like, okay, so what's the concern here? What is happening here? Well, what I figured out is that the reason why you're not making money in your investment is because you have this and this issue happening in this account and you have this business that is losing money here. You have to get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay. So they're actually showing you. That's a strategist. That's what Venus is, more than the guru. Guru gives you the wisdom, knowing that you will understand the strategy yourself. But a strategist then shows you, breaks that down. And Venus especially shows the more, and you will see this, first this person will may even reject religion, becomes an atheist, only as an Atmakaraka. But then they have to learn certain lessons in life. They go such downhill in life that they show up to the doorsteps of the Church of Christ or to the mandir of Ram, Hanuman, or Shiva. And they're like, that's it. If you can just help me out, I will believe in you for the rest of my life. And then something works out. And from that moment onwards, they can even surpass the most theist individual out there. Why? Because they had to learn the lesson. So Atmakaraka perfects you in the house that the planet is sitting in. Is going to perfect you to become a great father, especially if you're a male. Perfect you to become a great teacher, and gives you the best wisdom because you go through so much stuff early in life with this Venus in the ninth that you start attaining wisdom. Whether it's about relationship, children, career, handling of the money, dealing with politics, you become a great advisor. Okay. Also with Venus, naturally the skill of art becomes very prominent. Both Venus and Moon in the ninth house, you will see such people do very well with paintings and arts. And Venus, one of the things about Venus is revival, right? Venus has the ability to revive something. So you will see as part of your Atmakaraka's journey, you are supposed to revive something in your lineage. Maybe, for example, your family forgot their Kuldevi or Kuldevta. Okay. You get to find out this is our Kuldevta, and you take the whole family to do the prayer with the Kuldevta. You bring about that, resurgence of the devotion towards the ancestor and what they did. Or you become an historian and you discover some unknown secret Bible that the world has no idea about. So Venus is going to help you revive something in the ninth house. This is why Venus is the Atmakaraka in the ninth house, revives a person's belief in the higher, religion and God and culture and ancestry. See, spirituality doesn't come in this. That's the 12th house. Here's what you grew up with, you begin to value that. Like, for example, back in the days, you will watch a movie where parents are really religious and they follow all the things, and the son wants to go to Mumbai and make a name for themselves and become rich and this and that. Right? Those used to be the script. Now it's kind of like the reverse. A person is leaving their corporate job to become a farmer and become devoted to God and yoga and meditation. Right? So that revival of Venus happens. Okay. That's the theme now, overall. The other thing, as the Atmakaraka, Venus, okay, your bhagya is not yours. Okay, your bhagya is not yours. Your bhagya is that of the spouse. Your luck in life, the one who's supposed to benefit is your spouse. So, for example, you make $2 million a year, you will see this person will have the duty to buy their spouse a Rolls Royce or buying their spouse a Bentley and nice jewelry and taking them to finest dinner. Now they enjoy that. But the main motivation is that spouse is to enjoy. Your bhagya uday happens by the spouse and for the spouse. Like certain placements show that the reason why you're getting money, not because you worked hard and you deserve this money. No, you were supposed to work hard and get this money so these other people can enjoy in your life. For example, somebody becomes so wealthy that they have their, their housekeeper, their servants, in a nice little mansion in the backside of their home. It's like a beautiful mini house. So God gave them money and all the power and wealth so they can actually hire this individual and give them because they deserve it without ever working. Meaning they do a little bit of work, but they're the king of all the servants. If the owner is driving a, Bugatti or Rolls Royce, the servant is driving a Mercedes Benz. So all of the time, you will see sometimes, usually, yes, person can also enjoy things for themselves only. That's why they're here. In this case, it's not. In this case, you're here to see the rise of your luck so the spouse can enjoy. Or definitely, if let's say you're a male, some women will enjoy, even if you're not married. Okay, I'm not saying that this is a position that is going to give you marriage, or you're destined to get married with this Venus in the 9th house. No, but I'm saying that the luck will increase and brings you things so that person can enjoy. Okay. And the other thing with Venus in the 9th house, the thing is, the patriarchal side of the family, as the Atmakaraka, can push a marriage away for this person. Meaning, you get so engrossed in the family ties that the marriage suffers, or the spouse get fully engrossed with their siblings. They're always telling everything to their siblings. They're always doing things to the siblings. You're making the money, you're giving to the spouse. Hopefully the spouse is using it for themselves or for the household, but that money is also going to their sibling. And so, yes, the lesson is here is to understand that compromise that you are dealing with. That why is my money going here? Well, it's going here because it's destined to. And if you're going to argue on that, then it's going to bring about that separation. But Venus, again, in terms of like luck, bringing luck is an excellent placement of Venus. Especially a person who has to go far away to attain and retain their wealth. And especially when Venus is the Atmakaraka in the 9th house, a person should have a safe in their home. You should always keep a safe in your home. Whether some jewelry is there, some money is there, you should always keep it. Where should you keep it? Well, if Venus, depends on the sign though. Okay, usually it can be towards the center of the house. But if the sign is something else, then it might become northeast, northwest, southwest. Okay, so I can't really say which direction it'll be. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Venus in the 9th house. And also, I forgot to mention the Atmakaraka Venus in the 9th house. Very important. This person has the strongest capacity to attain the higher education, post-grad education. And they will be able to go to a very high caliber college, especially like Ivy League, if Venus is with Sun. If Atmakaraka Venus is with Sun in the 9th house, you'll see this person going to Harvard, Yale, Stanford. Okay. So anyway, this was our Venus in the 9th house. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.